Hi, I just want to say Shabbat Shalom. It's 2 minutes before Shabbos again, and I had a little thought I wanted to share on the Parsha. So this is Parshat Mishpatim. It's getting down to all the details of what we learn, how to conduct ourselves in so many details of ways of life, what happens just in day out life a lot. And the thing is that sometimes there's so much more to than what we see, to the situation, to the story, than what we see. So there's an example that the Midrash brings connected to this Parshat Mishpatim, because it's all about justice and how to solve difficult situations between people, property, value of things, getting it right. So the story that they bring, it says that there's this man. He's riding through, finds an oasis. He's riding on his horse and he finds an oasis next to some water. Takes a little moment to take a drink of water and climbs down from his horse. And he happened to have a big satchel of money with him. And while he took a little rest by the water there, he left the wallet unknowingly, got on his horse and rode off. And then a second person came riding through this area and found this little water hole and a tree to sit under, take a little moment to take a break. And he found the wallet and said, "Wow, what a fortunate day I'm having! What an amazing, awesome thing!" And took the wallet and happily went along his way. And a third person came along. He didn't have a horse; he was walking, and a poor person. And he sat down by the water to take a little moment, take a break on his journey that day, sitting under the tree by that same watering hole. And meanwhile, the first person who had lost his wallet there by this little oasis, a place to rest, realized he left his wallet there, rode back as fast as he could on his horse to get back to this place to find his wallet. And in the meantime, found this poor person taking a nap under the tree, and was sure that he stole his wallet, and decided to treat him very, very not kindly. And the idea behind the story, if you just take a moment to think about this, is that really, like in our lives, sometimes we think it doesn't seem fair what's happening to us. We have to pay a certain amount of money that doesn't seem fair or right to another person. It doesn't seem like that it's a just situation. But there's a bigger story going on here, because really the underlying story, the story behind the story, is that all of these people, everyone, and all of us interacting with each other, there's deeper levels to our experience. And in another Gilgul, in Hebrew, and Gilgul is that we go through reincarnations. There could have been a story in a previous incarnation of our lives where we had an interaction with a person, and it didn't get fixed. It didn't get finished in that lifetime. But we came in another time, and another time we would meet another person who, interacting with that person, will help bring this thing to its completion. And we have no idea. We don't even realize that person, we're connecting to that person from a different time and place. We only see them in the present tense, the way that we're interacting with them right in this moment. So one of the deeper ideas that comes through with this parsha, with this week, is that even when we get down to the most nitty-gritty details of life, how to solve justice issues and all kinds of worldly things along the way, that there's often and usually a much deeper story going on there, and that deeper story is really a part of the story also, much more than we realize. It's a really big part of the story. Because why? For that person who was so angry, he's decided that this person sitting under the tree, he was angry at him, but it wasn't right at all. It had nothing to do with that person. And sometimes we get triggered, we get drawn into a situation where we feel like someone is bringing something up for us, and it could be that person or it could not be that person. It could also just be from something else that is getting awakened from that experience in that interaction with that person. And therefore we can kind of cool down our emotional override and not react, not be so reactive and interacting with the world in a fallen, negative way, and instead say, I know there's something bigger going on here, and take the higher road. And so the higher road of getting into the details of how to live our lives is one level of this parsha, of what we get from this parsha. And on that deeper level, how to live our lives on a level where we understand there's a reason why we're doing all these things. There's a much bigger story going on here that connecting ourselves in this way is helping us become aligned with the truth in the world, and therefore we're coming into our into our true nature just by aligning ourselves with the ways of the divine ways that are the highest, most connected ways to be. So connecting it on a very earthly, physical realm, and beyond that. And with that, it is once again 2 minutes before Shabbos, which I seem to have this trend of opening a live video a couple minutes before Shabbos, sharing a little thought. Just want to send out lots of Shabbos light and greetings and love from here in Tzfat. Everyone should have a beautiful Shabbos. Take care.